Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the 144,000 hopeful elect, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one America's Endangered Rivers. America's Endangered Rivers. Call halal Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. Call halal Yamla Allahayanawa Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. And this will be a super quick hit, straight to the point. But just looking in the headlines, and as the title reads, America's Endangered Rivers. And we know, rivers, rivers provide a critical, important role in our drinking water, and also, animal, wildlife, and also, plant life. Rivers are very crucial. And just looking in the headlines, I seen this, and there's some very important rivers here in the U.S. here in Babylon that are endangered. Due to devastating flooding, flood management, also pollution. These rivers, they're polluted. And then you also have people, because the people here in America, in the U.S., they don't take care, they don't care about the land. People go to the rivers and lakes and to the beach and stuff, and they barbecue or bring food out there and just throw their liter of trash out there, um, by the river or ocean, and it goes right into the water. And then that also affects, the fish and, the water life. You know, so you have some very devastating rivers right now um, that are dying off. And they're not telling you about that in the local news. But the waterways are polluted here in the U.S. in Babylon. You have uh, what do they say? The Mississippi River. The Mississippi River is, quote me if I'm wrong, the biggest river here in the U.S., which is over what the Mississippi River is over 2,000 miles long, and it spreads across 10, at least 10 different states. Quote me if I'm wrong. The Mississippi River, but the pollution and the devastating flood management that's been going on is scarce. You also have the Rio Grande River, the Tijuana River. There's a host of other more, a handful more, but just a few off the top of the head that I've seen. Um, but this is part of the plagues that the Lord is sending. Polluting and contaminating the water waves here in in Babylon. You know, the pestilence. You know, these are just all a part of the plagues. The Lord told you that He was going to send fanners unto Babylon. It's just it's just one crisis after another. You try to go and you put out because what happens when a fire happens, and then you try to fan the fire. The Lord is fanning the fire. It just spreads, and it's just symbolic to, um, to all these different things that are going on. It's just one problem after another. You try to put out one fire, and then another one pop, another 10 pop up, and it just keeps spreading. This is the Lord he's sending fanners unto this place. It's just one crisis after another, you know. And there's no healing this place, man. This is it. The people in this place, the U.S. they're careless. They live carefree. They can do what they want. But the days are coming to where people they're gonna care about everything, because everything, you're about to lose everything in the end here on this side, in this place, everything. Let me go here. This place, the U.S. here, America, man. You can get something to drink on every single corner. You got all these different restaurants. You got all these different grocery stores. You got, you know, you can get fast food places. You can get something to drink everywhere, all hours of the night. You can be homeless and still go get you a fresh cup of ice water somewhere. You know, but the time is winding down. Let me go here. Um, Psalm, and we know we're headed towards a physical famine. And this place, the U.S., has a lot of resources, food, and grocery stores, and potlucks, and festivities of just food, just feasting. Food is just not a problem here, but we're food and water, but we're coming into that time. The Lord said, and right along with all the wickedness and evil that's going along here, the Lord is he's getting ready to turn off the lights. Let me go here. Psalm 107, Psalm 107 and 33, and it reads. It says he turneth rivers. See, he turneth rivers into a wilderness. Huh? It says, and the water springs into dry ground. And with these rivers are the contaminated and polluted. You know, and it's kind of been an up and down due to this whole the weather events. Dry. Different rivers drying up, and fighting for its life. But this is the Lord who's doing this, and these rivers are going to end up dwindling away, drying out, getting completely contaminated, polluted. The water life dying off, pestilence in the water. This is the Lord who's doing this. It says he turneth rivers into a wilderness, and the water springs into dry ground. It says 34. It says a fruitful land into barrenness. And we know this place, the U.S., this is a fruitful land. Everything is here. We got cuisine restaurants and fast food restaurants and grocery stores and organic foods. And I mean, it's just, really food still is, through the inflation and, all of this right now, food is still, you can get you some food, no problem. But the time is winding down. It says a fruitful land into barrenness, and the Lord is going to totally rip this land apart, because due to all the evil and the wickedness that's gone on in this land. The Lord is not in this place. He's not in this place. So he said a fruitful land in the barrenness for the wickedness. See, he totally gonna strip this place, U.S. the land. All your fast for them days of going through the drive-through and going to sit down at Applebee's and Denny's and your favorite restaurants and your favorite grocery stores. All of that's going to be burnt to the ground. He's gonna turn this place upside down. Food is gonna be scarce. A fruitful land into barrenness for the wickedness. See, you got in this place is full of, and the U.S. is full of idolatry. It's full of adultery, spiritually and physically, adultery, and they promote it too. Man on man, woman on woman. They're promoting it to the little children. Telling you you can come as you is in the church and don't worry about it. Just live your life. They put up a false image of the Savior, the Deliverer, and named him Jesus the Christ with pale skin and long hair, when he's a so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah with dark brown skin and woolly hair. His name is YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, a Hebrew Israelite, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. They have, this place is just gone all the way to the left. It says, for the wickedness of them that dwell therein. Shalom.